We are live. Kick it, Moku.
All right, rock it. All right. We're rocking it. We're rocking it. I was gonna let that thing play the whole thing. Can you guys see me, or am I still on my screen?
There you are. You're good to go now.
There you are. Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back. The Full Freedom is back with another show. I feel like we haven't been back for a while, guys. It's been like a week, almost 2 weeks, and this is actually part 2. Yeah, it's been too long. This is part 2 of our 2-part series. If you guys didn't see our last show, we did we shared our stories. We're sharing our $1 million message, and actually we're gonna continue at that show part 2 today, and we're actually gonna give away a book, right? Anybody got the book with them? We're gonna give away this book. We're gonna raffle off the book to whoever gets it, and we're gonna send it to you guys. It's an amazing book. Who has it? Eddie, you got it?
Got it right here.
Oh, there you are, guys. The Millionaire Messenger. That's an amazing book. I have to read it myself, so whoever's getting this is absolutely super lucky. Because it's a real good book, really good message, and just amazing. So anyway, guys, since we're continuing, I'll just introduce everybody. If it's your guys' first time on the show, we are the Four for Freedom. It's me, Eddie, J Boom, and Vidal. Vidal will be jumping in and out. He's fixing some technical stuff in the background. That's what he does. He's really good at that. We are horrible at it, so he's the man to look for that. So I'll just start with Eddie. How's it going, buddy? What's going on?
Going good. I think part of the difficulties was my fault, but Vidal's cleaning it up. Well, you're right, man. It feels like it's been forever and a day, and we just skipped last week, and we took a break last week because of we all had stuff going on, and but we're back. We are back.
Oh, we are back. And if you guys don't know, it is St. Patty's Day, so if you see us, we got all our green on. Got my green beanie, I got my green drink, got some hats, we got some glasses, some beads. We are going crazy. Since we can't be at the party, this is the party. So I got my drink in my hand. Don't worry.
That's right.
Non-alcoholic.
I got green
what
Sharpies.
Is that? Oh, that was like glow sticks.
I got green Sharpies too. So.
All right. So that's
a different type of party.
All right, it's a different party, man. That's a party. But let's introduce my man J Boom, Jason Leagard, right here with the green fedora. What's going on in Arizona, my man?
Of course. Oh man, we're cranking. Like Eddie talked about, we took last week off for a lot of good reasons. I mean, all 4 of us have been, as Moku likes to say, we got to put in the work, son. And we've been putting in some work daily, and some other obligations came up for some of us, and so we're about producing results and being in the mix and that rise and grind, not only for our own journey, but I mean, in the end, it's for all of you that follow us. We want to show you, like, hey, we're out in it on the daily, and we're putting in that work, son, or what have you. It's like we're not. Sometimes that shakes up the schedule for us a little bit. So I'm pumped. I got some couple insights that actually just hit me just today that I'm going to share tonight that I'm excited to give you guys, because it totally fits this whole Speak It message that we're doing this part 2 on, and I'm pumped. I'm just a great way to spend St. Patty's Day in my mind, just hanging with these fools and anybody else who's watching. So boom.
Exactly, man. I'm pumped too. I actually missed the show. It's only been a week, like I said, but it felt like a month. So I'm glad to be back. And like we said, we had other things going on that we couldn't have the show last week, Monday. But that didn't mean we weren't being consistent with our business and doing the things we have to do to keep on growing it. Because we were. We just doing it, and you guys didn't get to see it too much because we didn't have the show. So, but oh, I lost my. Hold on. I lost my microphone. There you go. Sorry about that. Came out of the thing. But anyway, guys. What we're talking about is sharing our message that we all have. We all have stories, right? Some people out there, they don't think they have a story to share. They don't think they have this amazing story to share. But I'm telling you, we all have a story. A lot of us just don't even know that we have a story to share with people. And sometimes it takes a little something to realize it, whether you want to start writing it down. And that's what we'll talk about a little later. Maybe we'll give you guys some action steps that you guys can start doing, whether it's journaling, writing it down on a piece of paper, just starting to write about your past, about things that you're thinking about in the past that got you to where you are today. Everybody has a story. We're all here in today because in the past we did certain things, whether it was good or bad, brought us to where we are right now. That's our story that you can share to the world. And there's going to be somebody out there that you're going to connect with, that you're going to be able to inspire, help them out, get through a bad time, help them out in a good time. Your story is gonna inspire them, and it's gonna take them, out of that bad place, get them through that bad place that they are right now. So don't be scared to share your story, guys. Even if you think you don't have one, trust me, you do. That's where we're gonna go through, a couple of things today. We're gonna share our insights. Jablin's gonna share his. Eddie might share a little something, maybe a little something on the book as well, because these guys read that book already, so they know a little bit about it more than I would. And then we'll give you some action steps that you guys can do to start getting your story out there, getting your millionaire message out there, and moving your life forward, moving your business forward, and just moving anything you want to forward, because you don't want to get stuck in that place where you kind of get stagnant and you get stuck. And that's when fear starts coming in, and you're not going to be able to move, because the longer you don't do something about it, the harder it is to get out of that situation. So what we'll do, Jason, you said you had some insights. I don't know if Vidal, he'll pop in and out when he can. He's fixing some stuff in the background, but you had some insights to shoot us today that you had going on?
Oh, yeah. I had a couple of them. Both of them, one a result of a podcast interview I was listening to recently, and another one that just kind of, I'll save for later, since Mocha was talking about we want to give you guys some action steps to start kind of finding that millionaire message, in each of you, and how to better discover that by just taking some very simple actions that could kind of free up the brain, free up the mind a little bit, take away some of those obstacles that are holding you back from thinking, like Mocha says, like some of us feel, well, I don't have a millionaire message. Well, that's bull. Like, you've got one in you, it's just you haven't really spent the time to dig. That's really all it is. You just haven't really focused some time on it. But the first one, I'll just, to start things off tonight, Tim Ferriss, who author of the 4-Hour Work Week, 4-Hour Body, 4-Hour Chef, and I was listening to a recent podcast with him on the Pat Flynn podcast, and really interesting perspective he talked about in regards to the message and the messenger. And he talked about how he kind of built his audience when he was nobody, trying to get the 4-Hour Workweek book out there, and how he approached getting his message out to the people he felt could benefit from his message, and then how to spread it. And then he talked about, now on the flip side, the tables have turned, since he is now a huge success. His blog gets, I think, 1.2 million unique visitors a month. Not too shabby. And he talks about he gets all these pitches to him now. Like, people come at him like, oh, dude, I've got this, and it's the perfect fit, and blah, blah, just come at him. And the biggest insight he shared, where he said for himself, is that I have to trust the messenger before I trust the message. And I think that is huge as far as how serious you got to take your business building, and what the message, I should say, what type of messenger you are presenting yourself as. Because how he said that's spot on. Because you think about it, if you online, you're building a business, you're speaking it about whatever you're involved in, And if someone comes to watch you on a video, and they're watching you and they're listening to you, and they're like, I don't know, man. This guy seems shady. It doesn't matter if his message is the most incredibly life-changing, it could be the best message in the world with the most value, but if I, as the audience member, if I'm not trusting him or her as the messenger, it stops right there. It doesn't matter what the message is. I'm out because the connection isn't solidified yet. I don't feel like I really have connected to that person's heart and mind and spirit and what, their truth. And so to me, that was a very simple phrase, but boy, I mean, it reminded me about how each of us, when we present ourselves to the market, we have to keep that in mind. Like, how do I show, Eddie, who watches my videos, how do I make him understand that, hey, I'm in his corner, he can trust me all the way? And then when I present my message, he goes, yeah, man, I got you. It's like, I get it. So it was, like I said, just one quick little phrase, but boy, it really solidified for me the importance of that's what people will look to first. They want to see if they trust you, then they'll start worrying about what you're talking about. But they've got to trust you first. And if you take it that serious, then you're going to win. So that's what I got to lead off.
Dang, no, that is deep, and that is so true. Especially if you're doing it on video. You got to, before you even speak it out there, before you get that message out there, you're putting yourself on video. If you don't believe what you're speaking, their message, whatever it is, you're just saying it to say it. You don't believe it full-heartedly yourself. Yeah. When you're on video, it's going to come out that way, and they're going to see it on your face. They're going to see it on your actions, the way you're speaking it. They're going to be like, this guy's just, I don't know about this guy. Something's not right about this guy. I don't feel it. You're not going to connect with that person. So that's another good thing about videos, guys. When you're doing videos, just go out there and just whatever you got inside, just pull it out and let it loose, because they're going to see that through you when you see on videos. I watch a lot of Jason's videos, Eddie's, Vidal's, and these guys are just true because they're just speaking the truth. They're not trying to hide behind nothing. They're not trying to just say something to say something, maybe to catch you as a customer or whatever that may be. They're speaking it because they believe the message that they're saying. And when people see that, that's how they connect with you. That's how you build that trust. And whatever comes out of that trust, whether it just be a huge friendship, you're helping them out some way, maybe it's a new business partner, who knows? You never know. That's why the videos are powerful, brother. I love videos. I know you guys all do too, so thanks for that, man. It's super true.
Actually, Moko, I forgot there was some point I wanted to use, and this is an example right now live, because this proves the point, and I felt it's important. Of course, our part one, and Moko, you can help me out. Our friend, how's it pronounced? Is it Miley? Is that how she pronounces it?
Miley,
came on the Hangout Live?
Yes.
Miley? Okay. Yeah. Well, she took action, and she jumped on the Hangout Live with us on part one, and I was so impressed by her taking action. Said, you know what? I'm going to send you her own copy of the Millionaire Messenger. And so here's where, making sure you guys trust me as the messenger. As I was getting ready for the show today, I realized, like earlier this afternoon, I thought I'd already ordered that from Amazon and sent it to her, and realized I hadn't done it. I had completely spaced it that night because we were so cruising on the show, and then I had a call right after, which I'm going to reference to later, and I was so excited and so in the zone, I thought I'd already taken care of it. So I messaged Miley today. I said, hey, heads up, I've totally spaced it. I thought I'd already mailed this to you. I'm going to get it ordered tonight after the show. I wanted to let you know, and I'm so sorry. I should have already had it to you. And of course, she's wonderful. She's like, hey, no worries, it's cool. I'm just excited. I'm getting it. So she was very gracious. But sometimes in order for them to trust you as the messenger, you gotta fess up when you screw up. And that was a screw up on my part, and I felt bad about it. So I had to reach out to her and say, hey, I'm sorry, Miley. I'll get that order tonight. So that's part of the trust too. You got to just say, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm taking care of it. So keep that in mind. It can be something as small as just saying, I screwed up. So
That's it. I mean, you admitted it, right? It was a simple mistake. It happened. I wonder if she was wondering, like, hey, where's my book at, man? I've been waiting for that thing. But hey.
Well, she did say, she's like, well, I've been looking out for it. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's coming.
Ah, that's fine, man. Yeah, Miley's super cool. She's totally understandable. She's a Hawaii girl, so we're real mellow. You know, we don't really we know it'll come sooner or later across the ocean to the island. So, anyway, Eddie, man, what's going on, buddy? You want to maybe just kind of go like how we were talking about? You know, you got to believe in your message more before you even speak it. You got to believe in the message, or you got to believe in the messenger has to believe in himself before he has to speak the message. I know you believe in that because I've seen your videos. I've seen you when you speak. You know, you're an author. You're writing a book, and I'm pretty sure you believe the message full-heartedly before you even started writing your book, which you're writing about, or speaking on videos and things like that. So, go for it.
That's huge. It is. You got to believe that you have some self-worth, but it goes back to no matter what it is you're doing, whether I want to have my own business, whether it's a cake shop, or I want to own my own restaurant, some Mexican restaurant here in town, or whatever it is, you got to have full belief and full faith in yourself to do whatever it is you want to do. And the message is important and valuable too. But it's funny, like Jason, like both of you said, is we all have a message, but sometimes we don't even know we do. Or what's normal to us doesn't seem like it holds any value because that's our norm. That's what we've known a lot through our life. A lot of us have known struggle. A lot of us have overcome some huge obstacles, which we don't really see. It's just something that we overcame throughout a certain point in time in our life. But once you see so many, like with me, dealing with the effects of suicide and dealing with that topic alone, it's amazing how many little things we allow to kind of just overtake us. You know, we do a lot of making mountains out of molehills, you know, or and some aren't molehills, some are pretty kind of, you know, sometimes like relationships. You get out of a relationship, that's something that you wanted to happen so bad, no matter even how bad it was or horrible it was, you still wanted it. And then there are a lot of people that just shoot down, you know, go from there. But the whole point of that of seeing the own value in your story is, and it's huge. And I didn't think about it till you just brought that up, Moku, because next Monday I'll be speaking. I'll have a engagement or seminar to speak at down in Phoenix, and at a conference. And one thing that I learned when I gave my first speech out of open on the effects of suicide was, I know I have a story. And it's just one of those things is you got to not worry about how many people don't relate to your story. You got to figure out how to tell your story so that one person can relate to it. Because it's that one person or that two people or those 3 people out of 500 that is going to affect the change. And those are those 3 people that needed it more than the other 497 that didn't need it. So you gotta find the value in your story. And it just comes in with anything else. You know, we had our first, showed up late or just on time, had our first baseball practice. And one thing I told my kids is if you hope that you can hit the ball, if you hope you can make a good throw, if you hope you can catch a pop fly, if you hope you can get the ground ball, more than likely you're not going to succeed at all that. So you got to have the confidence, the know-how that, yes, when I get up to bat, okay, I'm going to hit the ball. If you strike out, call it short-term memory. You got to get past it and know you have the capabilities. No different than telling a story. We all have a story, and one way to find out, kind of what we talked about, I'll just leave it real quick, is just start kind of diving back into your life and see what you've overcome. And you'd be amazed at some of the things that you've overcome. Those are some of the things that people just cannot get past these days. So everybody has a story.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I was kind of thinking when you were talking about practice in baseball, when I used to play back in the day, I used to let it get such a hold of me. Like, let's say I go up for bat. My first bat up, I strike out. So the whole game, I'm worried about, man, I'm not going to hit another ball. I'm not going to hit a ball. And I totally would. I would freaking hit a crappy ball somewhere, get out, or I'd strike out again. And then I would just roll through the whole game. I'd have the worst game. And the same thing when I was pitching. I'd be pitching. and I'd be pitching a horrible game, and then it just got worse and worse and worse because my belief that I could pitch good or I could hit that ball was so off track by then that that game was ruined. I was just like, oh my God, I destroyed myself. I sabotaged myself by that because my belief system was just so out of it already just from the first strikeout. It was over. It was over before anything could have got better. And then, that's weird. That's weird. You just reminded me of that. That was like my good old days in baseball and stuff. But
oh yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, it's super huge. And the same thing with the story, with getting your story out there. That you only gotta if you just affect 2 or 3 people out of the 500 people that you tell it to. That's a huge difference right there. Not everybody's going to connect with your story, and that was my problem, I think, back in the day. I didn't want to tell my story because I didn't think that anybody would be able to, connect with me through it. They might judge me on this. I'd be like, I'd rather them not even know about it. I'd be like, screw that. I'm just going to keep it to myself, keep it into myself. But then, I don't know, I guess something just got over me. I shared it. The more I shared it, more people started coming out of the woodworks, like, oh my God, that's the same thing that happened to me. I'm glad you shared that. I never knew you were like that too. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know you were like that either. I connected with you in that way, and then that allowed them to share their stories. So it's kind of a little domino effect in it. So if you guys are scared to share your story out there, the main thing is just go out there and share it. You never know. You're never gonna know who you connected with. I connected with these guys through sharing my story. And when I first met Vidal, we kind of had the same similar story. I never knew that, and then I met him. I was like, dude, you're just like me. I'm like, that's crazy. Where the hell did you come from? He's like, I don't know, man. We met each other in Arizona, so that was cool. And then now we're like this. So you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who your story is gonna connect with. It could be across the world somewhere that you never met in your life, and it's just weird how that stuff works out. So guys, just share your story. Be truthful about it. Just let it all loose. It's gonna help somebody out there. Trust me. But Vidal, you back, buddy? What's up, man? Oh, wait. Oh.
What's going on, guys? All right, man. I got some stuff situated.
All right, buddy.
All right, for those of you that popped in and you love the free training that we have, go back down there, click that button again, and you guys are going to get a special treat today. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've been jumping on. So the treat today is training on domain names. So it's pretty cool. Just something that just recently, the past week or so, somebody asked a question, so we figured we'd create a video for it, training video for it. So if you guys want to learn more about GoDaddy domain names, like I do, there you go. Check it out. So hey, just want to say, by the way, my name is Vidal Cisneros Jr., and I don't have a lower third banner. I haven't had one in a couple weeks. Again, tech. Gotta love technology. Gotta love it.
It's cool. Since we got you, man. Since we got you now, what was I talking about? Oh, we were talking about sharing our story and how, it's good to share your story. And Eddie was saying, even if you just connect, you share your story with 500 people. Let's say you only connect to 3 of them. It's worth that. It's worth you sharing that story to the 500 people because you never know who you're gonna connect. And I was telling the people out there that's how me and you connected. We met each other in Arizona for the first time. And, we had similar stories and things like that. I was like, wow, man, that's kind of cool. You're kind of like me, you know what I mean? And then from there, we built that relationship. And look where we are now. We're at the Fort for Freedom. We're doing all kind of crazy things. And it all started from, I think, probably you just watching a video of mine. I'll probably watch the video of yours as well. And then we ended up meeting each other in Arizona, and it went from there. So what do you think about that?
Oh, man, it was funny because me and you, just to kind of give you guys that are watching a little bit of backstory, we were at the ILN event in Tempe, and the bus breaks down, right? The infamous bus hydraulics just that's it, done. So we're hanging out at this pizza joint and just kicking back, and then Moku and I just started getting to know each other. He's talking about this, I'm talking about that, and then next thing I knew, I was like, you know what? I was like, dude, what's up with this? Or let me just share a little bit of this. And then he shared his story with me, and I was like, oh heck no. So then I shared more with him because he totally knew what I went through. Totally knew what I went through. So that's the amazing part is it isn't the fact that you want to sit here and just emotionally vomit like I know a lot of women do. Like, woe is me, oh my God, I'm going through that's not how it went down. Just so you guys know. It was hey man, I've been watching your videos. Oh yeah, I've been watching your videos too. Oh dude, you go deep too. Yeah, of course I go deep. You go deep. Okay, well, what's like? There's something more because we've been watching our videos and stuff online. So it's like we knew there was something beneath the surface. And at that point, I didn't know nothing about Moku's story. I didn't know nothing, not because in his videos he hadn't shared anything yet. And then that's when I started digging a little deeper. That's me. I like to claw and dig, not for the stuff that's gonna make people like feel like, dude, this guy's like creepy. No, it's just I want to get to know people because I know everybody has a story, right? So I definitely saw that, and Moku is one of those guys that he looks a lot younger than his age, but I could tell by the way he was talking that he's got some wisdom beneath the surface there. So definitely connected with my man Moku and all these other knuckleheads on the panel. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody, by the way. Throwing a shout out to you guys that are Irish or just like to party like you're Irish. Hey, that's cool.
Exactly. I'm Irish. Partying right now. My green drink.
Everybody's Irish today.
Exactly.
The Irish Hawaiian surfer. Yeah, okay.
I'm a little bit of everything. Yeah, sorry.
You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. Awesome,
hey
guys, man. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, if you guys are out there watching, throw us some love. Give us a comment. Say Happy St. Patty's Day, or just post maybe see if you could link a picture in there. You drinking some green beer. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. There you go. Have a beer for us. That's awesome. Right on, right on. All right, cool, guys. So, let's see what we can do. Oh, if you guys wanna, this is what we'll do. Jason, we'll go through some action steps. Maybe go through some action steps where people can actually start taking some action and then putting their stories out there, getting their stories. So start getting it from their heads and their hearts onto paper or something, and then getting it out there. So we're just giving some action steps because I know a lot of people are watching right now and they're like, I never written my story down, never shared my story with anybody. Yeah. They might be a little scared. I know I was. But the first thing is, you just got to get it out there, put it on paper first, get it in front of your face, get it from your head onto the paper with the pen, and that's going to get the process moving, and you're gonna just let it loose. So maybe you can give them some tips on that.
Yeah. I actually have I'm like Vidal was talking about there, and all four of us are notorious for this. I'm going deep with this action step. I mean, we're like 20,000 leagues under the sea deep. This one just came to me today, and what's great about this is, from my opinion, you can do this in a realm of safety, and this is more for yourself to figure out what your millionaire messages are, and then you can start that process of digging deep, start organizing that information, and then you're going to make choices like, is that truly my message? Is that the value that I feel I need to get out to the marketplace, that I got to get to people? I got to get it in front of their eyes, and so they can read it, they can watch the video, they can hear it. And this just total random came to me out of the blue today. I call it the triple L technique, last lesson legacy. And this involves a good old video camera or your iPhone, your Android, whatever camera. You set up that camera, and what you're going to do is going to shoot videos. And before you start, you're going to sit there and just think about the different things that you have, wisdom in, experiences, tough times, things you've overcome, whatever. You're going to think about your life and things you have learned that have that they're valuable. Like, you might not know how much, but you've been through something and you learned something. So there's someone out there that maybe hasn't. So they can gain wisdom from you. You think on some topics, you hit record, and the reason I called it Last Lesson Legacy and why I said we're going so deep with this is I want you to shoot this video as if this is your last day on this earth, and this is your last lesson of value, your wisdom that you're leaving behind you as your legacy. Because I feel what this will do for you, and and I'm going to incorporate it myself, obviously, but this takes how serious you are and how committed you are to being a leader of value to others that need it. Because if you're sitting there in front of the camera, and you're probably not going to post any of these videos, so don't worry. This is all about you figuring stuff out. But if you're sitting there thinking, tomorrow morning when the sun comes up, I'm not on this earth anymore. So they're going to find this videotape. This is my legacy. This is my treasure chest of the things I learned while I was here that I want my kids, grandkids, I want my best friend in the world who lives down the street to know that I figured this out and I overcame this because I know he's dealing with the same thing. And that way you might take you a couple minutes to shoot a video. It could take you could be sitting there for 20 minutes and just have nothing. Who cares? But then you've got it recorded for yourself for later, and then you can go back into those little videos and be like, you know what? That I know would help a lot of people. And I really could feel it when I shot the video. That must mean a lot to me. So if it means that much to me, that's part of my millionaire message that I can now provide in some way, shape, or form. It could be videos, it could be a book, it could be a course, it could be podcasts, whatever. Doesn't matter the vehicle. But last lesson legacy, because I think if you truly sit there and come at it from that mindset, you're going to discover chunks of value within you that you never touched because you never went that far with the intensity of saying, hey, tomorrow I'm not here, so I got to leave this behind me because I can't check out without leaving it behind me for someone else to learn, because that'd be an injustice. So that's my little tip. It's like I said, I told you I was going deep and it was heavy, but
dude,
I think it'll really take people to another level. So.
You weren't lying. That was heavy. That's awesome. And put it on the video. I love it.
Gotta speak it.
Speak it, dude. Speak it. You can always come back.
You gotta speak it.
Exactly.
It came to me today.
That's cool, man.
There you go. Boom.
Crazy wisdom guy, you. That's kind of cool. You know what I was doing today? I'll give you guys some more tips too. And when I say write things down, I was serious. I do it myself.
Eddie laughing so much?
Do it myself. Eddie's having one of those moments.
He's just losing it over there.
Sorry, Moku has me cracking up.
Sorry. Must be the green. Must be the green drink. It's something in the green drink. I don't know what it is. But anyway, guys, what I was saying, I was trying to go with J Blum's thing on doing your last. What's it called? LL's. Should I say it again? Sorry. Last legacy.
Triple L. Last lesson legacy.
Last lesson legacy. Love it. Triple L. That's awesome. So what I've been doing the last 2 days, I've just been writing down stuff like crazy. So this is what I've been doing for myself. If you guys do this on your journal. Right on the top, put I know I'm successful when, and that's going to be the question that you ask yourself, and then you can I put maybe about 9 or 10 different questions. And then the first one, I'll just give examples like morning routines. And when I'm saying morning routines, what I'm trying to do is tap into my heart's desires, my inspirational things that I want for my life, things like that. Now most people, when they think of that, they're gonna be they're not really tapping. They're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna be successful when I have $1 million in my bank, or I have this huge house, or this fancy car. And that's not what I'm trying to do right there. I mean, that's materialistic things. Those things they're out there. They're gonna come. So what I try to do when I do this is I'm trying to tap into my heart, my real desires, what I want, my morning routines. What makes me happy when I wake up? So when I put down, when I wake up relieved, refreshed. I actually felt like I had a good sleep. That's when I feel successful. I feel successful because I woke up. I'm not pooped out. I'm ready for the new day. That's when I feel successful. It's just that little thing that makes it successful. It doesn't have to be a huge, I got $1 million in the bank account, booyah, I'm cha-changing it all over the place. So I did that. I did clothing. I did my clothing. I just want to have, I don't really care about having a $3,000 suit. I mean, that'd probably be nice to have once in a while, but I'm not going to have a whole closet full of it. For me, I'm a pretty simple dude. I got shirts and beanies and stuff, so as long as I have, clothes that inspire me, make me feel good, make me want to go out in the day and just do things, that's successful for me. It's different for everybody, guys. If you guys want to have a $3,000 suit, that's the bomb. That's awesome. Congrats. I might get one sooner one day. Who knows? But that's just examples, guys. My schedule, or I put.
I'm sorry, real quick. Did Vidal just pop his collar?
Yeah, he did.
I was gonna say he did.
You gotta love the swag, brother. You gotta dress with some swag.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
And dude, he was so subtle about it. He's just like, just one little like.
You gotta pop the collar. You gotta just do your thing.
Made $3,000 suit and flip flops.
That's right.
Surfing. I'm just surfing with my $3,000 suit. Bam. Yes. It's just examples. It's just examples. You can do it for your business. You know, what would make, answer yourself, I know I'm successful with my business, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's thing is going to be different. So do that for you guys selves. Write it down. Be truthful with it. And really bring it out from your heart. Try not to make it so materialistic. And I want $1 million. I want a huge house on the cliffs. You know, those things will come because you will pull those things into your life when you get all these other things down first. So that's just something I've been doing. You can kind of do that too with the triple L as well. That will kind of come into place with it as well. And let's see, Eddie, you got any tips on how to maybe pull your story out? People can start getting their story out there, maybe writing it down, things like that.
He's got to talk with his shades on though.
Yeah, put on shades too.
I can't get deep. You guys will be laughing the whole time on that.
Kanye West style. We can do it.
Yeah, I'll be laughing. Anyways, real quick, or tried to be real quick on this. Yeah, definitely, like, video is good. Video is one way. Writing it's the other way. And what you got to find is what's gonna just take away the thought that you're doing either one. You got to get stuff out. So whatever is comfortable for you. So for some people it might be video, some people might be writing, some people might be a voice recorder, whatever it is. But there's one thing, I was on a coaching call this morning, and I was struggling. I got my own, all of us have our own issues, but I was struggling on just trying to get past this brick wall that I have going on. And one thing that I had to do, and it's programming. It's not easy. And all of us have been there, especially the other three on this panel, is sometimes I look at it this way. If you want to know if you have a story and you want to get your story out, sometimes you got to get outside the picture. It's hard to see the picture when you're inside it. So one way to do this is write down a list of questions if a friend or say, I don't know, some movie star, somebody that you look up to, whatever, and you know that they got a story. If you were to do an interview with them, what questions would you write down to ask them? What happened through your mind when life was good, but then this happened? So what were your thoughts? What you want to do is you want to take yourself outside of the picture and then write down a list of questions and then come back and, in a sense, interview the interviewee, which would mean interview yourself. And that's one way that you might be able to get some of the questions first to begin with, to then turn around and dive deep into pulling those questions out. So it's not something simple, but it's also something as simple as what would I ask Moku if I sat down with him and I knew part of his story? What questions would I ask for him? Come up with a list of questions and then turn around and say, okay, now Moku asks himself those questions, Eddie asks himself those questions, Jason asks himself those questions, and then that's when you start getting deep. Everybody has a story. We all have something to offer, but that's one way. Sometimes you might catch something that you got that you don't even realize have by asking yourself questions. So I know it may sound a little different, but I tell you what, that was a big thing for me this morning on a coaching call.
Dude, that's cool, man. I never thought of doing that. I learned something. You guys are busting out some bad knowledge today. Wait, Eddie, put on the glasses real quick. Come on.
Okay, yeah, now I'll put them on.
Now you can...
Okay, now we can chill.
All right, cool. Oh my God.
All right, Vidal, take a picture.
Vidal taking pictures. Vidal, you got any?
I can't see Eddie,
tips?
man.
Oh, where'd you go, Eddie?
Eddie,
Yo.
don't hide, man. Don't hide.
Lost you, dude.
Oh, you got this. Oh, I got to open.
There you go.
There we go.
Turn it on. There.
Right on.
All right, now we're styling.
Getting selfies on a live hangout. Doing
Oh my gosh.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Dude, that's the next
multi-person
thing in
selfie.
social media. Google Hangout selfies.
Google selfies. I didn't even know it could do that.
That's on my line. I'm going to do a selfie right now. That's the next.
Vidal, do you have any tips for the viewers out there? Maybe on like sharing their story? Like for me, I know when I got to get things out, I do it on video. That's just me. I'm a video guy, so I know Eddie's really good at writing. He's good at writing. I mean, Jason's probably good at both. That guy lets it out on videos, you all know. If you haven't seen any of his videos, go check them out on YouTube. Vidal, you're the same way. You write and videos as well. So, I mean, maybe a little tips for the viewers out there that really haven't focused on or really tapped into their their story too much and how to get it out there a little more.
Yeah, I mean, lately I've been doing a lot of training videos, so I know I haven't been putting anything out there. But I like to leave it for our live hangouts, to be honest with you. Just like there's something more authentic about just doing something live. But as far as giving people a tip to share your story, honestly, it all depends on how deep you want to go. I'm not going to recommend you just emotionally just vomit and just tell every little dirty secret and let every skeleton out of the closet. I'm not saying that, because I haven't done that. I might one day write a book, God knows when. But I would just recommend, if you can help somebody, if you can serve somebody today with a life lesson, I would start there. Like something that you went through. And I mean, Eddie and myself, that's the premise of pretty much Empowerment Hour, is for people to share their breakthrough stories. And a lot of times there's people that come on the show, and because you two have been on, Jason and Moku have been on our show, and sometimes stuff comes out that would never normally come out, that's unexpected. And that's the beauty of just opening up and just being vulnerable, because there's more courage in being vulnerable. There's more courage in letting people know that, yeah, you've got some flaws, some weaknesses, you've made mistakes, and moving forward, you're more empowered because you're not hiding behind your flaws or the bad parts of your story, but you're seeing them as a lesson, right? It's either a blessing or it's a lesson. That's something I heard today from my boy E.T. I posted something today, that T-shirt, luck is for leprechauns, right? So it's funny how the timing was perfect, how he put that T-shirt together, obviously for St. Paddy's Day. So luck is for leprechauns, and then he mentioned, life is about counting your blessings, and then if it's not a blessing, well, it's a lesson. It's not a blessing, it's a lesson. So if you can share some of those life lessons with people, I think that's the best thing you could do to serve somebody. So share a lesson today with somebody, something you learned. And if you can get in front of a video or get on a live hangout with a bunch of fools, then hey, kudos.
Speak it. No, that's true, man. I used to be that way. I didn't want to share anything before. I don't know. I just wanted to keep it to myself. I guess that was just me being negative and being scared, I guess. But more open, like you said, is all the things that happened in my life was a lesson and a blessing in the same way. Because now I'm able to share that, and the more I share, I actually feel a lot better. Before, I just kept it to myself, and it ate me up over the years. It really did, and it did nothing good for me. So now that I just let it out, and like you said, you don't have to spill everything, vomit your whole life onto everybody. That's totally up to you, but just one lesson that you could teach somebody that they could learn from, to help them get past something that you experienced yourself in your life. That's a story right there. That's a message that's worth $1 million, man. That's that one thing. You could change someone's life with just that one little lesson. or blessing, I like to call it as well. So awesome, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much.
Could we give a little shout out to Sandy Armstrong?
Oh, yeah.
Happy St. Patty's Day. She threw a comment down there. I think Jason might want to say something.
Sure.
Jason always wants to say something.
No, I know she's hitting us up. She wanted to be on the show for sure. She was making sure. So she's all about the For Freedom time.
Yeah, I know. Ixiomora, she was gonna set her alarm clock. She said, and get up on time. It's probably like 3 in the morning over there. She said she's gonna go to sleep early, set her alarm clock, and actually try and watch it live because she's always too late for her, so she always has to like catch the replay. So hopefully she's watching. She might have missed her alarm clock. So let's find out if she says something. She'll probably post it on the bottom. So if you're watching, thanks. She's rocking. She's such a rock star, guys. So. All right. Oh man, this hour is flying by. We haven't even talked about the book yet. We haven't even talked about the book. Millionaire Messenger. Totally forgot about it, but we're gonna talk about a little about it. I think Eddie's gonna hold it up, and then he's gonna maybe tell a little bit about the book, what it's about, what you guys are gonna get, what you guys are gonna get to read, and then towards probably like the next 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and raffle that off, and we're going to send it to whoever wins it. So that's amazing. So Eddie, you going to maybe tell a little bit about the book, what it's about, and then we'll go ahead and try and raffle that off.
Yeah, I got obviously I got the good one. Mine is like all dog-eared and all highlighted, and I got all the good stuff on mine. This is the good one right here. But what he does is obviously he tells his story and how he came about the book, and his main thing is everybody has a message. And what he does, he kind of gives you different ways, what type of guru you can be, like a research guru. And he doesn't say the guru of like, he kind of uses that in, I shouldn't say sarcastically, it's just kind of saying there's different types of people, depends where you're at, where you want to go. Even business, you may have struggled in a business. It doesn't have to fully be like your life story that, is this horrible thing. It could be that you tried running a business or a restaurant for some time, and you struggled and you struggled and you struggled, and then finally 5 years later you stayed with it, and then you reap the benefits later. That right there is a story in itself. It gives you a story of not giving up. It gives you a story of envisioning, dreaming, and acting, and having full faith in yourself and not giving up. So your story can be very, I shouldn't say it's broad. It could be pulled from a broad aspect. So it doesn't have to be just like trials and tribulations of your life growing up. It could be what you're doing and what you're successful at now, how much heartache you dealt with. But he tells you this book is awesome. And Jason gave it to me, and then I accidentally stole this one. I didn't steal it. It ended up in my bag somehow, which was funny because I thought I'd pulled it out. But anyway, it just gives you different techniques. He does after each chapter expert science post, to where you answer the question, one reason I have not been sharing my life lessons more than others is because, and what he does is he tries and gets you to dig into yourself and answer some of these questions, which will in turn help you find the solution, find the answer. It kind of helps you dig deeper. So he's very cerebral as far as how he pulls it out. He pulls out your story and just kind of, your pay equals the value you deliver, not the hours you work. So it's more than just your story. It's also by putting in time. It's also reaping the benefits of putting in time to create a book or create ebooks or to create a video series or however you want to do it, to bring in an income as well, because you're going to help people. You're going to help change lives. Your story is going to help. That took time. If you want to travel the country and speak, he also talks about that, being a speaker. You're getting a message out there. If you want to get your message out by blogging, how you can do that, but also create an income. So it's not in the sense of money, like how can I roll in big bucks. It's in a sense of how can you improve your life by helping others improve their lives. And it's all related to your story. So that's just a quick deal on that one, Moku.
Man, that was like the whole book. I was gonna ask.
Oh, no.
No, that sounds awesome, dude. I was gonna ask Jason and Vidal, but I think you said it all.
Oh, I'm sure there's much. I feel like I'm leaving
He nailed
it out.
No, he nailed it.
You nailed it, big time. I got to read the book. I mean, that sounds like an amazing book. So whoever's gonna win this thing is dang lucky. And it is St. Patty's Day, so the luck is
As long as they put for freedom in the acknowledgement sections when they write their book, then we're all good.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
For sure. That's all we're asking. You want to input any of that, Jason? You got to add to any of that, or are you good?
He nailed it on the book. I actually just have one thing. I just wanted. It kind of goes along with a lot of what Brendan Bouchard talks about in the book, and it was something that I was on a coaching call actually right after our Part 1 show 2 weeks ago with Mark Overson. A lot of you guys know him. Internet marketer. He's an eternal student himself. And he's got stories, that's for sure. And one of the things he discussed with me, which was a huge kind of confirmation of breakthrough, and I relate it. I was able to relate it not just to business, but in this topic that we've spent 2 shows on and about speaking your story and speaking it. He talked about like there's people out there in the world, and especially online, because that's technology these days, and people they're searching. They're searching for something, and they're looking a lot of times to buy something even. But the main thing is they're out there searching. And he said to me, he's like, they're going to fall into somebody's world, and it might as well be yours. Because if you're of integrity, high value, you're coming from the heart, you know the value that you're going to give to that person that falls into your world, rather than, as he said, like some shyster that's just pumping out crap, for $5,000 a pop, and then that person happens to fall into that messenger's world, and they get this product that does really nothing for them, and so they've lost something, not just money, but they've lost out on maybe an opportunity to fall into your world because you didn't speak it. That's how, for me, I translated it from just a business transaction to what we've been talking about, and I went another level with it. When I thought about it after the call is, if there are all these people that they're online, they're out there searching, looking, just trying to find something, and they're going to fall into someone's world, then it's our responsibility to speak it. If we're of value, integrity, from the heart, it's not just, oh yeah, I should maybe speak it. No, it's our responsibility to. You've got to speak it. If you've got a good, pure message of value, it reminds me of the Spider-Man movie, with great power comes great responsibility. We all have a great power in our story and our value, and it's our responsibility to speak it so that person that's out there clicking on the internet and they're lost, they don't know they're trying to find something of value, and then all of a sudden they come across Moku. And they see a video of his where he talks about some struggle he overcame. And they go, wow, that dude. Okay, cool. I found something. And now I can go after that. I can go find out more from Moku or Vidal or Eddie. So it was a huge breakthrough for me, and it went way beyond business because it made me feel empowered. Since we got the 2 Empowerment Hour guys here, perfect word for it, because now as I approach building a business, because now I know I have a responsibility to provide my value, it's like it's got me on a whole nother energy level. So I'm going to be speaking it till I can't speak it no more. So, speak it, son!
It works, son! Speak it, son! Oh my God! I just had a light bulb.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That was awesome. That was crazy. It's our responsibility to speak it. If we don't, someone else will. Yeah. And I'll say it. I freaking hate shystas. There's so much people out there and if we don't help them, those guys are gonna help them. They're gonna whatever, scam them into whatever they're gonna try and scam them to, take their money, and they're off. And then that person's left with probably worse off than when they started. So, dude, it's our responsibility to speak it. And we got some mad value, man. We got so much value. I think about it. I was just thinking about it when you were speaking. I was like, man, I can share so much stuff with somebody that I don't realize that, man, I learned a lot, man. Like, I learned so much that I can share with somebody that has no idea. They have no idea. They're looking for this stuff, and I can share it with them. I just have to speak it and connect with them, or some shyster will, and I hate that. I hate that.
That's right. Forget the shysters. Go listen to the surfer. That's a better one to go.
I was trying to do
shysters, go surf.
I was trying to do the whatever. That didn't work out. Never mind. But
just drink your green stuff, dude. Just drink your green stuff.
I will. I promise.
Dude, I gotta throw this comment in. Moku, you are looking like Keanu Reeves for real from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, by the way. With the beanie on right now. You're so looking like him, dude.
My grandma would be proud. She'd be like, yes, there's my Keanu.
Grandma's somewhere watching us live. Saying, there's my Keanu.
There he is.
Yeah, the statue of Socrates in the background. Huh?
Socrates.
Oh, man. Vidal, you want to add anything before we give this book
Should we give
away?
that book away?
Yeah. If Vidal don't want to add anything.
Yeah, you know what? We're running out of time, so let's just stay with the time.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we have we need. Who's gonna pick a number? Because
anyway.
I've got some people here that opted in.
Have Eddie do it with his glasses on.
There you go.
Yeah, hold on.
He's gonna go get somebody.
He got the Kanye glasses.
Put the Wheezies on.
He's gonna go get his lucky green dice.
Now all I keep thinking is Bill and Ted. Now I can't stop thinking about it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Says that.
I didn't even think about that. You told me that.
We got a guess.
Hello.
All right, we got these two to pick a number if you want them to tell
We
them.
got two.
From pick a number from 0 to 20.
4.
Okay. Okay. So is that the consensus? Just one number?
How about 17?
Okay, so 17 and 4?
Yeah. Yep.
17 to 4.
17 and 4? I don't know if I'm going to split that down the middle. All right. Dad, pick one number. We need one more number.
What did you say?
Pick one number.
Oh.
0 to 20.
14.
14.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go.
What's he giving? What numbers is he giving? Oh.
Play the music,
The
Moku.
winner!
I know. Where's the music?
Now,
Who's the
just so
winner?
you guys know, we entered the subscribers into this raffle. Okay, so if you're subscribed to the Four for Freedom, you got a shot at this thing. So our winner for the Millionaire Messenger book, hardcover edition, okay, it's going to get mailed out to you, is Mr. Jesus.
Jesus!
What's his last name? Jesus. I want to say Ogado.
I'm not sure how to say it.
Yeah, Mr.
Eddie
Jesus.
He knows Jesus.
Eddie, what? We know. He knows. Yeah, he knows Jesus. Awesome.
And if you guys remember from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Zeus. Zeus was in that movie too.
Oh, hey, this one?
Who's Zeus?
Did Jesus win it?
Eddie.
Yeah.
Zeus won it.
Jesus won.
I didn't hear
say his last name though. We don't.
The kids had the headphones
It's
in, so I
Jesus.
couldn't hear. Jesus Agudo.
Agudo. Yeah,
There you
nice.
Yeah, I like him. He's
I was hoping my name was gonna come up. No, I was like, come on, Moku. That's okay. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Zeus is actually on the road, so he's gonna be stopping in Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
So I think
Save
next
that
month he'll be
postage.
stopping through.
Save that postage.
I'm gonna get it.
But he don't have an ad stress. He's traveling, speaking all over the country right now.
Oh, that's perfect. He's
that's right,
speaking
that's
it.
right.
He is speaking it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
Speak
definitely.
it.
Actually,
got
he
his
has
own
2 books.
message.
Yeah, he has
That's
2
crazy.
books.
Nice.
Dude,
That's
awesome.
perfect. That's perfect.
That's super perfect.
Nice.
It couldn't have worked out any better.
Super perfect.
That's perfect, man. Well, I mean,
That's super perfect, dude. Super perfect, man.
Right on, dude.
Right on.
Dude.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me.
I don't know where we go from here.
Yeah, and with that, I just lost track of it. No, I mean, that is pretty much the show, guys. I want you guys to take everything that you guys heard throughout the hour, you know, laughing and all the lessons, the action steps we taught you, and go ahead and just take action on it. Do it, and just keep doing it. Be consistent with it. That's the key to everything, guys. You learn something from us, go ahead and take immediate action. Once you take immediate action, you'll see some results. You'll start seeing some things change, and that's all it takes, is just making that decision and doing it. Speak it, guys. Speak it. So, I mean, we'll just say bye. I'll just let the guys say bye one by one, and then we'll end it from there. Maybe I'll play the Irish song for all you Irish peeps out there, and then you guys can go out there and have a drink for us, and then we'll see you guys in the next hangout. So,
green tea.
There you go, green tea. Green powder. But Eddie, you want to say bye, and then we'll just go one by one, and then we're out of here.
Well, I hope you guys got some value out of this and take action. And I know everybody has a story, and you might want to dive into it to see what you got to share. You help more people than you think you might imagine.
Awesome. J-Boom?
I tell you what, I just have a cool idea. Anybody out there that has watched part 1 and 2 of Speak It, do us a favor. If you take action, not if, when you take action, and you speak it in some way, maybe as you put up a Facebook post of value, maybe you do a video, whatever, share that in the comments under this show so that other people that come to this later can say, look at that person, there's Jesus, there's Miley, there's whoever, there's Sandy. Look at, she spoke it, and she put a little video up there, or she just wrote something out from her heart. Let's get that rolling so that by you guys speaking it, even just in a comment, you'd be surprised. That might kickstart somebody else, and then they're off. So boom!
Exactly. Speak it. It takes one person, and then bam, everybody else is just gonna start following. Speak it. Be the leader, and let everybody else follow you and lead them. Vidal, any last words, my brother?
Just want to say, Sandy, you rock. She's over there commenting. If you guys didn't see, she's saying she took notes. She got some wisdom. She loved it. So we love the feedback, Sandy. Thank you so much. And for any of you guys out there that want some of the internet marketing tech stuff, you guys love domain names, subdomain names, and GoDaddy this and the GoDaddy commercials. I mean, we all love those. So anyways, click the link below. Click the button below and check it out. Opt in, and we're going to give you guys some extra bonuses every week. Every time we pop on, we're going to give you guys some goofiness, some value, some wisdom, and a whole bunch of laughs. We're a bunch of clowns, and we like it.
Keanu Reeves every week.
Keanu Reeves will be showing up every week.
I will be back next week, I promise. For all you guys.
And maybe Max Head with his shades. You never know.
Thank you everyone for watching. Once again, we're for Freedom. We enjoy you guys much, much, much more than you guys even know. And I hope you guys learned a lot of value and go out there and take action, guys. So I'm going to end it with the Irish song, and then we're out of here. We'll see you guys on the next video or hangout video, Google, selfies, whatever you want to call it. We'll see you guys on the next one. So you guys take care.